Today I'm going to be showing you a game where Magnus Carlsen lost in just 12 moves. Magnus was 15 when he played this game. He was a very strong grandmaster. He wasn't world champion yet. He's with black pieces, but we're going to look at this from White's perspective. So, White goes d4, Magnus responds with knight f6. This is the Nimzo Indian defense after knight c3 and bishop b4. Queen c2 reinforces the knight, all basic theory. d5 pushing for the center, takes on d5 with Magnus. Rather than taking back on d5 with the e-pawn, which is the best move, he goes for c5. There's a lot of ideas behind this move. For example, if White takes on e6, you could take on d4, and now you're threatening this pinned knight, which has no way of escaping. And if White were to take en passant, then your knight would get in the game and pressure this d4 pawn. So, avoiding all that, White just goes and takes on c5. But Magnus wants to keep this knight pinned to the king, so rather than recapturing on c5, he takes on d5, attacking the pinned knight. And now, the really only way to break the pin is bishop d2. White plans of long castling in the future. Now Magnus takes on c5. After knight takes d5, queen takes d5, you can't take back with the pawn because you would lose your bishop, so queen takes d5 is forced. And now e4. And now this threatens the queen, gain space in the center. You've opened up your light squared bishop. Now your knight will develop. You'll long castle. You'll get a nice open d-file to the rook. And White is enjoying a bit more of a pleasant advantage. So queen d4, threatening checkmate in 2. Queen takes f2, and then queen takes f1. So to stop that, castles. So Magnus just develops the knight. There are some discoveries with the bishop on the queen, but White does not want to hurry with that because, of course, Magnus is going to spot that attack. So first he goes bishop b5, pinning the knight. And now it's kind of baiting a move in Magnus, which is a blunder, which Magnus plays. The point is, you want to be defending this knight with a king or some other piece than the queen. And that's how Magnus blundered. Bishop c3 is the winning move because it not only attacks the queen, it attacks the queen like this, and it's a skewer. Attacks the queen and the knight behind it. And this knight's going to be lost. The queen takes on f2, winning a pawn, but now White simply takes on d7. He's up a knight. Bishop e3 check. King c2. And Magnus played rook b8 and then resigned.